XFM 104.9. Dandy Warhol's Bohemian-like. It was the Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, exactly. And Carl, who's turned our microphones on. Can't believe it.
Good to see you, Karl. Good to see you, Ricky.
Cheers. Now, in a fun-filled and music-filled show, we've got music and fun.
Yes, looking forward to that.
2 hours, solid 2 hours. There's no gaps.
There's nothing.
There'll be no dead air.
There will be adverts sometimes.
There'll be adverts, yeah, but I mean, you know, that's what pays our wages, isn't it, really?
Certainly.
And some of the adverts, I think, are quite amusing.
Yes. No, I think like the ones that you're on.
Yeah. We've got our hip-hop challenge. We've got Song for the Lover, Song for the Ladies. Yep. We've got a film review. So
magnificent. Had any calls about that, Rick? Any maybe Channel 5 or someone onto you?
No, they haven't. No,
that's strange. That's weird.
No, but it's. I think it's a bit ahead of its time because it's very unique.
Sure,
because it's not like other film, is it? It's sort of like it's a bit out there. Yeah, anything caught your eye this week, Steve?
Rick, I know that both you and I are kind of obsessed with these people who believe in people who can predict the future or have got contact with the dead or whatever. Yeah. And I know Mystic Meg's a bit of a nonsense, but people do take her seriously. On the cover of the Sun today, Mystic Meg won me 15 million quid.
Wow.
Right, you're thinking that's a pretty amazing claim. I know that Karl believes in Mystic Meg and all that sort of rubbish, you know. You're thinking, wow, here at last is proof that she has got powers. And you wonder to yourself, well, maybe she predicted the numbers specifically, you know, that would be a hell of a...
just to him.
Yeah, which is incredible, which is absolutely incredible. And so there's this guy, lottery mad Tom Naylor, he's a lorry driver, right, he won 15 million quid. Yeah. He says, I always read my horoscope in the Sun and follow the advice. Basically, what Meg said was, keep a lottery ticket in a yellow mug to add luck. So you're thinking, well, okay, so he's kept his ticket in a yellow mug. That's still pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't have a yellow mug, says Tom, so I put the pages of my map book. So I put the ticket in the pages of my map book, which is yellow.
Right. He's used the yellow. No, he's used the yellow.
Yeah, no, see, I don't know much about how Mystic Meg works. I'm assuming maybe there's some kind of pseudoscience that she applies.
Yeah.
I think if she'd said put it near anything yellow, fine.
Yeah.
She said put it in a yellow mug. That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
From that, he's thought, well, I'll ignore Meg's advice. I always do what she says. If she says put it in a yellow mug, I'll put it in.
She's had two sort of like, points of reference there. The descriptive, the yellowness of the object and the object itself. The noun should be a mug. Yeah. What's missing in the yellow book is the mugness.
The mugness is one of the
It's got lots of bookness, but it wasn't the bookness that gave him the 15 million. So,
exactly.
I reckon Mystic Meg won me 7.5 million.
Right.
Would have been a more accurate.
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. What, Karl, do you think that that's pretty spooky? And weird, unnatural stuff?
So I'm just a bit livid today. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
Not paying attention?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to notify us before, we ask you questions?
You are giving to us. Go on.
It would have just been nice if you would have, warned me you were going to ask me about it. I'm just a bit livid.
Go on, what about?
Have I done something?
Talk about No, not you two. Just a bit livid.
XFM 104.9. Stand clear. Adam F, MOP. We all know whose dad Adam F is.
Who was it?
We all know who's Adam F's dad of. We all know dads. Do we?
Rick, can you keep filling? Because I've realised I've left my mobile phone on, and the kind of calls I'm going to be getting on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. No, it's just... Oh, that was Adam F and MOP. Stand clear. We all know Adam F's got a dad. Oh, done it again. Do you remember the trivia quiz?
I forgot it.
Whose dad is Adam F?
Elvin Stardust.
Yes, Shane Fenton. That's what the F must be for. You're back.
That's done.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be... all the people that are calling you all the time.
Oh, the ladies.
Oh, God. Anyway, XFM 104.9.
Rick,
we're going to start now. We're going to start now. This is proper radio from now. Go. Go.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on me now.
Yeah.
I'm going to muck it up. Now, Rick, I know you're a big trivia fan. I know you're obsessed with trivia. And I thought to myself, well, how can I entertain Rick on Saturday?
Go on.
So I was wandering around on the web looking for trivia, basically, that could entertain you. And you're a big animal trivia fan.
I love animal facts.
There's not much that you don't know about animals.
Oh.
But here's
you're going to catch me out now, aren't you?
No, well, I don't know. Here's one. I don't know if you've heard this one before. Ants never sleep.
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And they've got alcohol in their blood, so they don't freeze in winter. And that's why you never see a lazy ant. It's always working. It's drunk, but it's always working.
They never sleep, but they do take a lot of fag breaks.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I think it's 'cause they can't sleep because it's like noisy neighbours. There's about 1 million of them living sometimes in a room, and it must be very... But you see them carrying a leaf, and they see someone else, and they go, do you want a hand with that? And they go, don't be silly, you're carrying some 8 times your body weight as it is. He goes, well, I've got another pair of hands free. Yeah. Give you a hand. Yeah, they're great.
They're incredible. They're incredible.
Yeah, I knew that one next.
Okay, well, right, this is one I'm throwing right at you as well, Karl. There's only one bird that has a penis?
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is a genuine trivia question.
I'd say... Oh. I'll say... I think I've seen one on this. Is it an ostrich?
Right, you're going for ostrich, Karl?
I'll go for ostrich as well.
Right. Did you come up with that yourself, or...?
Yeah, I was going to say that before you said it.
Well, guys, you went for ostrich.
Chicken?
You're both wrong. It's actually the swan.
The large chicken.
Yeah.
What? That's a bit worrying then, because I thought I saw an ostrich penis, so what was I looking at?
I don't know, were you just examining it closely at the zoo? What were you...
I was just...
It's probably a strap-on.
It was probably two leather ostriches giving each other one.
Exactly.
And that's how that can influence people. Things like that. Dirty, filthy leather ostriches can
confuse a child if he's at the zoo and he doesn't know.
A swan's got... That's really annoying. I'd never give a swan a knob. It's the little puffiest of all birds. It is the puffiest of all birds. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm protected by the queen. But I need a knob. If I had to give a knob to any bird,
Good question.
I
wish I'd posed that myself. If you could give a knob to any bird, what would it be? Phone in.
Vulture.
Of course a vulture.
They need a
big veiny bang stick.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Karl? If you could give a knob to any bird? And don't make it rude, or if I could give a knob to any bird,
what
I'd make
bird do you suit up? It's got to be a bird of prey or something like that, hasn't it? Cool.
It's the robin, really.
That would be amazing.
That would be Christmas cards would be like...
yeah, but it's a normal human-sized knob on the robin. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And the other thing annoying about this is ironic, right? Now, the male of all bird species they're called a cock.
Yes.
Right. But the only bird with a cock, right, is called a cob.
Is that what a swan's called?
Yeah, they're cob and pen. They're not cock and hen.
That's annoying.
And he isn't a cock, but he's got a cock.
Yeah. Quick query there, Rick.
Go on.
When you said then cock, presumably you meant male bird the first time you said it.
Yeah.
The second time you said it, you said cock. Did you mean the penis?
Well, you're showing off the whole farce of radio broadcasting.
Because you're not really allowed to say cock.
No, exactly, no. One cock would cause great offence.
Yeah.
The other cock's fine.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. It is strange. So, I mean, if I said now to you, I like cocks.
Yeah.
Meaning birds.
Yeah, that's
that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But if I meant penises, it would be a problem.
If you like cocks and it was penis, yeah, that would be...
Karl, do you like cocks? Do you like cocks?
No.
Right, okay, that's fine. I was asking if you like...
No, I like,
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of tits.
The small birds that come down and peck at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tits and cocks. There's nothing...
Tits and cocks.
There's nothing wrong with... There's nothing... Karl, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with saying tits and cocks.
When I said tits, I meant the little birds.
Yeah,
and when I said cocks, I mean the big birds.
Yeah. Do you know, when...
Go on.
No, it's just that... It's when you're talking about tits.
Yeah.
At the milk. Do you... I like the fact they flutter away when they hear the milkman coming.
Oh, come on.
So when...
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, when the milkman's coming, when he's walking up the block.
Ash, and sometimes, lovely song. Got to apologise to our producer there, because he was worried about... There was nothing wrong with it. It's just like saying, you like watching birds in the garden.
It's just that I think you're better than that.
I know, it's cheap, isn't it, to say, like, I
like tits.
Yeah, or I like cocks. So, we're a bit more literary now. One of my favourite things is Fanny by Gaslight.
Really? That's interesting. I'm a big fan of Moby Dick.
The book, Moby Dick. Yeah, not the medical condition. There's nothing in your... No, it's the big, horrible thing that used to swallow semen. Yeah. Now, in the winter...
Yeah.
Steve.
Go on.
There's nothing I like more than to keep my hands warm in a muff.
No, sure. You mean those kind of furry things that sort of classy-looking ladies...
Yeah, posh ladies often put their hands in. When you have a nice, a party and they're all leaving.
Yeah, a winter party.
And you might take the wrong hat or something. There's nothing I like more than to see two posh women with their hands in each other's muffs.
Oh, that's always a
And they're going, oh, this must be yours.
Yeah, that is always funny.
Yeah.
That's always funny.
Yeah. But, seriously, no, I'll stop this, you're right, I've got a...
I just remembered that my favourite Beatles song is "Come Together."
Yeah. Now we're going to stop this now, Karl, because it's childish. You're right. I've got a philosophy degree, for Christ's sake, and it's about time.
Who's your favourite philosopher? Do you mind me asking?
Well, I would tell you, except when I ever talk about it, I go into a Cockney accent.
Really?
So it can be like my favourite philosopher. I like a bit of Kant.
Right. Is that Immanuel Kant, the philosopher?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange. What's his name again?
Kant.
Oh, yeah. That can be weird. Can be strange.
Look at Karl's
face.
Look at his face.
Join in, Karl. Undo your trousers.
We'd be like Stan Boardman when he told the Fokker joke.
Yeah,
we won't do local radio again for 10 years.
Hello, this is Tony Blackburn. It's the time of year when I like to help somebody far less fortunate, or dare I say talented, than myself. I'm talking, of course, about Christian O'Connell's breakfast show. You've heard it. It needs all the help it can get, doesn't it? So this Christmas, help a London breakfast show. I won't, because I actually don't give a toss. But you crackheads might.
Cypress Hill, Superstar, still to come. We've got such great bands as New Order, Ash, Nirvana, Radiohead. Song for the Lovers at about 2 o'clock is a beautiful song by Jimmy Webb.
Lovely,
Steve.
looking forward to it.
Now, it's Steve's birthday. It's XFM 104.9. He's 27.
Yes.
We're both a little bit hungover.
Yes.
Now, every link we've started hasn't really sort of...
It's not really come to fruition, if I'm being honest.
Nothing's happened.
I mean, sometimes they're just all out, kind of, there's just blunders in them.
Yeah. Or like this one, we've already run aground. Yeah. I think it might be a mixture of us, like we've been on this station for a little while, we're losing the will to live.
Bored.
But we're going to buck up our ideas.
Can I just ask a quick question?
I said buck up, by the way, just in case.
A quick question, though, because
listening to want to complain.
My birthday today, and therefore last night I went out, and that's my excuse for being a little bit tired and a little bit hungover.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? Because you didn't come out.
No, I know.
I mean, you conscious you had the show today. What were you doing? Staying at home, just drinking?
Yeah. Having a little couple. Me and Jane went
what time
to
did
say
you go to
goodbye
bed?
to someone about 1.
Well, that's stupid. What I'm saying is, no, I mean, it's your name all over the show. You know, I'm a nobody. I got no reputation.
Yeah. Although
thankfully.
you get a quid off in most clubs in Camden.
True enough.
I think just drop. If anyone out there, if you're sort of like tall, sort of, I know it's your birthday, but I'm just got to do a description. This is nothing nasty. It's pretty sweet. If you're sort of like a lanky sort of geek, and you know, you can do a Worsley accent, then maybe you can pretend to be Steve Merchant and get in a quid off. Is that all right?
That's fine, Rick.
Yeah. No, because some people would take that as a personal...
That's offensive.
Sure. Yeah. So we were talking about... should we play a record? Is that link too long already before we actually got to something?
I'm already bored.
Carl, we've got to get to something. We've got to do something.
Why don't you contribute something? You've been silent.
Now that is scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Really is,
we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh, we're failing. Who can we bring on that's surefire, always delivers,
audio
snappy
dynamite?
Yeah. Carl.
The big guns.
Come on, Carl.
I was just thinking there is nobody else who looks like Steve.
He's done ya.
That's outrageous. Although, to be honest with you, that insult has resurrected things.
Yeah. Well done. Play a little tune, and then we're
got a little bit of a sniffle as well, I think.
Yeah.
Cold or something probably coming on.
Bit late there, Carl. You should come in a bit earlier there. Suede there.
What I like is the complete lack of professionalism on our part.
Yeah.
It's like we've got a bit of a headache, a little bit tired. Just that's it then.
You can't fight that. You can't fight that.
But I mean, the thing is, as you well know, Rick, there are certain DJs on this station. You know, drunkards. There's at least 2 I know of who are smackheads.
Yeah.
And you know they still manage. They still manage to do a good job.
Even the ones that aren't, that try their best, are rubbish.
It's true enough. I'm not saying we're still not the best.
Yeah.
And it's effortless for us, Rick.
I know.
You
Yeah.
We're coming up with dynamite stuff here.
Yeah, I know.
And we're not even fighting on all cylinders.
XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant, a little bit hungover. We all are, but he can't really take it. He's loud.
Wait, there is tickets to give away, Rick. I don't know if we should mention that.
What? Who is it for?
Joe Strummer.
Oh yeah.
And his band, the Mescaleros, play Brixton Academy. We think this evening. A little bit more information will probably be.
So go along just in case. If you say you're Steve Merchant, pound off.
Well, the doors are at 7 o'clock, and it's £17.50. Unless you've won the competition, Rick, that I'm about to set, and won yourself a pair of tickets. There is someone, right, in America celebrating a birthday today, okay?
Yeah. More than one.
Same
I
day as
think.
me.
Yeah, no.
But there's a specific one I'm thinking of,
Go on.
right? His name, Rick, is Dwight Schultz. Okay?
Yeah.
If you know the answer, obviously don't give it away.
Yeah.
His name's Dwight Schultz. He's an actor.
Yeah.
He was particularly big in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's also celebrating a birthday today.
You're going to say what's his name?
I'm going to say what character is he best known as? What TV character is he best known as? And you can win yourself some tickets for Joe Strum and the Mescaleros at the Brixton Academy.
Dwight Schultz.
American actor, TV character of the 80s, very famous.
Oh, yeah. See, Christian's giving away a trip to Salem, Massachusetts.
That's bizarre, actually, because I was in America recently and I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and that's not a prize.
Isn't it?
Believe me, we were there, we were sort of obliged to go because we were at someone's birthday. It's rubbish.
Really?
I mean, that's a really poor trip. That's such a boring
He probably can't believe his luck. It's probably the biggest thing Christian's ever had to give away. And you've just dissed it.
The great thing about Salem, Massachusetts is that
I don't think we're good for this station. I don't think we're selling this station like we should.
Well, it's its own fault, it shouldn't have hired us. I blame it,
Yeah, and paid us in advance.
Yeah.
They're lucky we turn up.
No, I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and this is the place that's famous from, like, Salem's Lot and the Salem witch hunts, famously.
Famous for all things Salem.
Salem.
Yeah, anything with Salem in the title, that's what it's famous for.
The whole place has gone mad over, like, witches and anything. Basically, it's like there was the Salem witch hunts in, like, 17 something or other, or 16 something or other. So the whole place now is just full of, like, people dressed as witches.
Yeah.
And then it's like any supernatural stuff. So I went in and it was amazing. It's quite
like
expensive.
Glastonbury tent.
It was it's awful. Every single place there, every single shop is kind of horror related.
Yeah.
And I went to the Boris Karloff World of Terror.
Yeah,
right? It's amazing. You went in there, right? I don't know if Boris, the famous horror actor, has actually been involved, but you go in there, you walk in the door, you've got to put these 3D glasses on, right? And it's supposed to be this kind of chilling journey around this kind of like a sort of a crypt, And you put these glasses on, and I couldn't tell. They were so poor, I couldn't tell what was supposed to be a 3D effect and what was actually three-dimensional.
Really?
So I couldn't tell if like the floor was actually sloped or if it was just appeared to be.
Yeah.
Whether the wall was actually kind of knobbly or whether it was 3D glasses. It was so much, and it literally took about 45 seconds to get through it.
Imagine
and you just
that.
came out blinking into the light again. It was
so
rubbish.
So I just want to throw us over to Karl. So there's Steve Merchant with funny glasses on in this place horror, and he's walking round. Do you think he scared people, Karl? I've set this question up, haven't I? I've loaded the question.
I know the answer you're fishing for. Karl, do you just want to have a dig at me? Because it's coming up to 2 o'clock, and you've not really put a lot of effort in today, slagging me off.
I don't do it on purpose.
No, he doesn't do it on purpose. He's just an honest northerner, and he can't lie. He's like George Washington, but without the wooden teeth.
Yeah. Salem. I didn't mean
We've
to say...
lost it again, haven't we? You didn't mean to say Salem. This is such bad radio.
Was just
this
the
is
word
really...
that was in the tip of my tongue.
Genuinely, this is bad radio,
It's awful
isn't it?
radio.
Quick. Oh, yeah, my mate went to one of those things in the West End where you walk around and it's aliens and they jump out at you.
Right.
And he was so scared when the alien jumped out and he ripped a bit of his face off. And
the alien's face off?
Yeah, it was foam, and the bloke went, "Don't do that, mate."
Brilliant. Well, in the Salem one, I was wandering around, and this was one guy that kept jumping out.
Yeah.
Because there was about 10 of us, I was at the back. I always missed him jumping out. So when I got round, I'd missed all the frights. It was ludicrous.
Oh no!
He'd at least you'd have thought he'd jump out, then double round and jump out again. For
Yeah.
people at the end
Everyone
of the queue.
catch that? No, what
really,
you doing? We. All right. Okay. Move on.
Oh, if you want to win those tickets, 08700 800 1234.
Ash and Sometimes they've won me over.
They have indeed, yeah.
They've just got better. They got to be the band they always wanted to be.
I'd have written them off in the early days, but no.
Me too, Steve. Just goes to show.
Karl, any thoughts on what gift you've perhaps once received that you can joke about now, or was tragic at the time? No?
No.
Not really put the thought in then?
Didn't have that many presents, so...
Always thankful for what you got.
I was grateful for.
Yeah.
Rick, would you love to hear from the listeners if maybe they've received some amusing gifts?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
So, what are you doing tonight? You're going out for a little meal with your parents?
Yeah. I thought you were coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Any suggestions as to where we could go? I mean, maybe people would like to phone in, because I've got no idea. It's got to be largely meat-based. My family will only really eat meat.
Do you know the steakhouse near me? It's closed down.
Brilliant. That's one. There's lots more to go. Let's not stop there, people. Come on.
I used to look across and think, is that a bingo hall?
I know. It's
or
bright.
Somewhere to eat? Yeah, neon. There's at the back. Right at the back had cocktails, and just imagine.
Who's in there for a cocktail?
Imagine you going in there with a DJ sitting there.
Ladies.
Hi. Be fantastic. Go on. Carl's got something to say. I can tell. What?
Is there a chance that your dad's like on the way into London now and has heard you saying, "Oh,
yeah,
he got me this and he got me that," and he could be like nipping to a shop now to buy you a rake and thought,
yeah. Just think of that. Oh, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Or the making of the Bends.
Yeah, he'll probably turn up and say, "I was going to get you a gift, Steve, but then I got high." And we'll all laugh. Cultural reference.
Yeah. Right, this link has run out of steam again.
Yes, but don't worry, because I can salvage it.
Go on.
because it's time for Under the Covers. Cover me up. Oh, you got me
Between
covered.
the covers.
Between the covers. I like covers. Cover songs.
Yeah.
And
this was done by someone else.
And it was this week. I'd like to play. I mean, we're all fans of Destiny's Child, Rick, and we're all fans of the song "Say My Name."
Yeah.
But have any of us heard the Scottish band Spare Snare doing their version of it? I suspect not. Let's hear it now. Spare Snare doing their version of "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child. Rick, what do you make of it?
Do you remember Raw Sex that used to be in French and Saunders? Was Roller River on this one? Yeah.
Is that basically what it's like?
It's a bit like that.
Do you think maybe the cover version section's running out of steam? If that's what we're playing.
I think we should only ever do sort of 6 weeks a year on radio.
Right.
And then, you know...
and people will kind of remember that. It'll be beautifully preserved in their memories.
Yeah. You know, like Benny Hill used to do one show a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine how awful it would have been if he'd like do it every week for 2 hours. I don't think he'd have been so successful, to be honest, Steve. I think he'd run out of ideas.
Rick, I know that you are tired of coming in every Saturday and doing the show. I know I am, and I suspect many of the listeners are. But maybe we should leave it to the listeners. You know, if they want us off the air, maybe they should just email, fax, phone in.
That'd be... I think everything should be like that, though. Vote whether you want to, you know, like a binary sort, like, you know, up against someone knocks... Like Winner Stays On in pool.
Yeah.
I hate that, Winner Stays On in pool, in pubs. It's just horrible, fascist, isn't it? You want to play with your mates. You don't want to have to beat a bloke with one tooth who just plays pool all day.
Yeah.
Costs him nothing, and he has 93 games. Of course you're not going to beat him. He's a professional by the end of the evening.
Okay.
XFM 104.9.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
For Hero by Les Fleur. Great bloke, Les.
Yeah.
Worked with him in Blackpool. Weird. Had very high voice. Can't grow a beard.
Yes.
But, yeah. I'm joshing. Probably pronounced Les Fleur, innit?
Les Fleur.
Yeah. We know all that.
Caribbean,
We know that. We know that. We know
You
that.
noticed all those huge posters advertising Christian O'Connell's breakfast show? They're all over the place now. They're mainly on the tube. You wouldn't know, Gervais.
No.
What with your driver and everything. Imagine if they'd spent the kind of money they must have spent on those advertising our show.
I know.
And those people were tuning in, and today's show is what they heard.
I was actually thinking, right, because we do care in a way. Yeah. We couldn't get over it today, you know. Just to word to the kids, this is what alcohol can do to you.
Yeah, it's a sobering lesson.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I thought, what if this was our first ever attempt at radio? Think how gutted we'd be. We'd go, we're not
What
right.
worries me is it's like, I don't know, it's like in my sort of hangover state, it's like I've kind of woken from a dream, and I've sort of thought to myself, all the stuff we're saying today is what we normally say week in, week out, and we think is brilliant. And it's today we've done it, and it's rubbish, and it's like we've seen the truth.
Oh, yeah, it might be. See, so an alcohol can
It's just not as interesting or entertaining as we thought.
See, yours could be BSE as well, though, because I know
There's
you're
a lot
worried
of that
about that.
kicking in, I think.
Yeah, because you just ate beef, didn't you, for the first 15 years?
Largely just beef, yeah.
Beef and milk.
Yeah. Mainly uncooked. It was just, you know, they just wheel a cow
Often
in.
from the cow.
Yeah, just suckle it from the cow.
Now we get complaints about that.
We will indeed. I always wondered if Bruno Brooks ever got complaints, actually. When he once played Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, and he must have dozed off or something because he didn't realise all the swearing, you know, F you, I won't do what you tell me, and he just left it playing.
He probably wasn't
And
listening.
it was the UK Top 40, and it was just, you know...
He probably, of course, he probably did get complaints.
Where is he now?
Good point, doing internet radio, which is, of course, where we'll be next week.
Yeah, if we buck our ideas up.
Quick question.
Go on.
I just realised who Karl looks like. Moby.
He does.
Not the first person to say
Yeah,
that.
suddenly just dawned on me then.
Yeah.
So if people are
Moby's one of those
listening-
people that I think is fantastic. Every time I see him, everything he says I agree with. He's lovely, and I just can't get into his music. It's bad. It's like I feel that it's like a mate who you can't say, oh, I give it up, because I think he's fantastic, and I want to go, why don't you do something else?
For more
I bored
interesting
myself.
views,
I bored myself then.
if you've got a pop star that you'd like Ricky Gervais to pass comment on, why not get in touch?
Yeah, that's
Rick, what are your views on Rick Witter from Shed 7?
Rick Witter. I like their effort.
Okay.
I think he's quite he's got a nice hair.
What about Chakademus and Pliers?
What was their hit?
Tease me, tease me, tease me. Anyway, more of that next time, I'm sure.
Oh, that's it.
Are we straight to the song for the ladies now? or
Yeah,
have we
song
got-
for the ladies. Yeah,
Should we just get it over with?
Yeah, let's knock this on the head.
Song for the ladies this week, one of the best tracks on Hour of the Bewilderbeast by Badly Drawn Boy. It's, of course, Magic in the Air for all the ladies.
Bye. Sorry.
X.
Bobby Womack across 110th Street. It's great, isn't it?
That's a lovely feature.
And that's the first feature. Ooh, that film sounds good.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant, yeah.
I'm thinking of actually bringing out maybe a compilation of.
I'd love to hear it.
Song for the lovers.
What sort of things can we hear? Can we expect in the future? 'Cause I know you're a big fan. This is brilliant. He bought the soundtrack to the film Braveheart, which is just kind of let me just explain. Which is just kind of big orchestrated numbers, right?
James
and
Horner.
as far as he's concerned, that's classical music. He's got a classical music CD in his collection. It's the music from Braveheart.
Oh, I sit there and I think, yeah, mate, I'd probably sort of lead my people's.
Yeah,
you know.
He's obsessed with Braveheart. He actually sort of relates to William Wallace. He actually thinks, yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be doing.
Yeah. It is. No.
What was it you were working out to the other day as well? He's got like a personal gymnast or whatever. What's it called? Is it a gym expert? A trainer? You've got a personal.
I box with this bloke.
Yeah, he goes boxing in like some underpass somewhere. Right? Every day. Every single day. He goes boxing, right? And what was it you were training? What did you tell me you were training to this week?
God.
What music did you have on?
Oh my God. I have actually. Now I never do this, but I have actually gone red, haven't I?
Yes.
Right.
It's very hard to embarrass.
I was working out and training and boxing. Oh my God! You're gonna have to play a record after this. To the Rocky soundtrack.
To the Rocky soundtrack. He's bought, a CD which has got the best music from all of them. Now, was it Eye of the Tiger, or was it...
It starts off with Eye of the Tiger, then it goes, Hearts on Fire. That's me sort of red on fire. Then it goes, dun 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 dun.
Does any of your training with your trainer, does it ever involve you running through snow with a log chained to your back, like in Rocky
and helping,
IV?
I often have to help Russian peasants because their cart horse is like falling over, but I lift it up. Whereas the other fella, he's training in a posh gym having injections. I'm not. I'm just like breaking rocks and punching dead cows.
Where'd you get that from?
It's handy, wasn't it?
Put it on.
No,
what is it?
That's the
he can't hear because put your headphones on.
What was it?
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
Yeah.
That's now Ricky Gervais's theme tune.
Yeah.
Every time we start the show, we should just start with that.
Win, Ricky, win. You two, walk on. I've got to give it to him. I hated you two for about 15 years.
You've said it before,
I know, but I love that one now. I just love that album. They can't put a foot wrong.
Do you ever listen to the whole album? Because I know you tend to buy albums just for the singles, when you could, of course, just buy the singles.
I know where he's going. I bought light funky ones.
Oh, I wanted to say that.
Yeah, I bought light funky ones because
the light funky ones. Do you remember the light funky ones? That was about like a year ago. What did they do? They did Girl in a Green Dress, Girl on TV.
And Abercrombie.
That one that goes, summertime Abercrombie and Fitch. The girls are wearing up. Do you remember that? It's like a light sort of summer.
Listen,
nonsense.
I've got a lot of money. It's nothing to me, okay?
The light funky
I want a bit of light funky ones once. That's 15 quid. It's nothing to me.
He put the two singles on, right? Never listened to the rest of the album.
I never listened to the two singles again either.
The light funky ones.
Oh, it's just my street cred's gone down it. Rocky soundtrack and the light funky ones. You'd make two mistakes.
Right, let's not forget Braveheart, the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, it's a good film.
Rick, we were talking earlier about stuff.
True story about a little Australian freed the Scottish.
The stuff that's dying out that I think you and I single-handedly need to kind of resurrect and salvage. Yeah. I thought the Trilby was dying out.
Yeah.
I'll surprise you. And yet, watching Top of the Pops last night, Jamiroquai was wearing one, and then lo and behold, Danny Minogue came on. She had one as well. I thought, blimey, there's two people there trying to salvage the Trilby, and good luck to them.
Well, that's on its way then. Let them do that. The Trilby's fine. Let's do something else.
But the bowler hat.
Ah, the bowler hat.
You never see the bowler.
I always fancy myself in the bowler hat.
I love a bowler hat. Carl, would you wear a bowler hat? I know you'd wear a cape.
I did wear a Trilby.
You wear a Trilby, really? You must have looked like a...
That's brilliant. What, because you're a Mancunian?
Well, there was a phase, wasn't there, in about 90... When was it?
I think that was just round your way.
It might have been. It was in Manchester.
Did someone get a job lot of Trilbys and persuaded you kids? Yeah, tell what's trendy. No, Sean Ryder wears one of these. Does he? Yeah, go on. Yeah, quid. And then everyone in your street had Trilbys on.
But you've never worn a bowler?
Never.
What about Kangol bowler? You might think about it.
Out again.
I'll tell you what. I would like to wear a bowler hat in a dark, but I'm worried I look like one of those little fellas off the Home Pride advert.
The Home Pride guys, they've been persevering with the bowler for years.
They still look good in it though,
They're still looking good. They're dapper guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the Jolly Green Giant. He had quite a distinctive look, which is obviously one I've been thinking of exploiting.
What the little I know the little sort of like a little dress.
Was it Corncroft that made up his little skirt?
Yeah.
What was the Jolly Green Giant so jolly about? He was very pleased. It can't have just been the sweet corn and the peas.
No, I reckon it was his enormous jolly green knob. I mean, he must have got up every day and gone, look at that. He must have been so happy.
The only thing that's like, in the case of the Jolly Green Giant, or like when Gulliver was a giant and he was in Lilliput and all the Lilliputians, they helped him out, they were feeding him and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a giant like that in that situation, how do you sort of have a little sneaky
tug?
You know, a little tug, a little J. Arthur Rank.
I don't know, because it's like...
it's very tricky to do that.
Because you're as big
secretly.
as their mountains,
exactly.
aren't you? You can't hide. They go, oh, you know, I mean, there's no...
All the little village probably just thought it was a tidal wave or something. Do you know what I mean?
That's pretty grim, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the tidal wave's pretty desperate.
I know.
It's how would he have gone to the mayor and said, I need a Kleenex the size of a tennis court and a gigantic copy of the Daily Star.
No, I never understood with giants how they actually got that big in the first place, because what food was around to make them... Because not only were they, like, big, but they were muscly big. They ate well.
They ate whole cows, probably.
When, Karl,
it's not well documented, Karl, is it?
You know they don't actually exist and never have. Okay.
Right, it's time for a feature, I think.
Oh, Karl, I've got... there was a TV show I watched once on the History Channel. This is the History Channel.
Yeah.
It was the history of werewolves. Right? The history of werewolves. And the whole show is predicated on the fact that at the end, we'll tell you if they ever existed or not.
Yeah. Just waiting. And I go, oh, come on, we're going to be late. Hold on, he's going to tell us if they existed or not.
Karl, werewolves?
Michael Aspel was in it, and Michael Aspel is a top broadcaster and therefore would not associate himself with something that did not exist.
Under the covers time, gents.
Under the covers.
Cover me up, cover me bad, run for cover. Here come the covers. Covers. I like cover songs.
This is a cover version.
Yes. This is from an album which is a bit hit and miss, as these things often are. It's different artists covering the songs of Leonard Cohen. You've got the Pixies on there, R.E.M., Nick Cave, different people. This, bizarrely, is Lloyd Cole, not someone I'm normally a fan of, but doing a version of the fantastic Leonard Cohen song Chelsea Hotel. Play it, Karl, it's beautiful.
Under the covers.
Under the covers. I thought it was a beautiful version.
It's lovely.
You know that apparently really I think it's that song
sweet.
Written by Leonard Cohen originally, and I think it's about his brief romance with Nico, who made a name, of course, with the Velvet Underground and was a tragic drugs victim. But it's interesting because I'm looking at this as a compilation called I'm Your Fan, which is cover songs of Leonard Cohen's music. And as I say, R.E.M., there's people on the Nick Cave who are still going. There's a couple of names you don't tend to hear of that often now. The House of Love.
Oh, yeah.
Rarely hear them, do you? That Petrol Emotion.
Oh, yeah.
That Petrol Emotion.
Yeah.
Who else we got on here? It says Robert Forster. Now, is he a musician or is it... Robert Forster, I don't know.
Well, if you know who Robert Forster is, I thought he was a writer.
The Lilac Time.
The Lilac Time.
They're on there as well.
You can't just say a name of a band and laugh.
You can if it's the Lilac Time.
Wow. We were...
Did I tell you before that my friend and I once listed words we thought should be rude, but aren't, like cassock, we always thought.
Yeah,
and
bollards.
Bollards. And he always put in the blow monkeys.
Yeah.
Which I was
like... It could be a very rude word, but isn't.
It isn't. Okay,
that could be a new feature, couldn't it? We're featured up, aren't we?
Aren't we? This is brilliant.
We've still got the film review to come. Song for Lovers is coming up in a few minutes.
Song for the ladies.
Yeah, Song for the ladies. What else
if I can squeeze in a hip-hop track, I'd love to do it.
Yeah, that's called our hip-hop track bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Do we have a classic song, Rick?
What were you thinking of?
Oh, I don't know, maybe something by Nirvana?
Well, there's their biggest classic, you mean?
Ideally.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm looking forward to Pop Idol.
Pop Idol? I've not been watching it.
You're joking?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened, really. I've lost interest.
Oh, well, it is like most things, like the preliminary rounds.
Always
that's when all the real freaks and no-hopers, you know. But sometimes I watch those sort of things and I sort of laugh and I think, oh dear, I shouldn't be laughing at him because he's not just rubbish, he's verging on the mentally ill. Do you know what I mean? So there's people that go along and you want to go, who told you to go along? What were you thinking? Right?
Well, it's the fact that there was no one to stop them going. That's what's even more terrifying.
Yeah, I know. And Simon Cowell's good.
He's great value.
He's amazing. Foxy, I like Foxy now.
I know. I've warmed to.
He's come round, Dr. Fox. He's a lovely little shiny tree trunk.
Now, often I notice he's not always there week in, week in. Is that because he's off doing medical operations?
He's got his practice still.
He's got the practice. He's got to maintain that.
Yeah. You know, isn't
it the big ones tonight? I mean, when I say the big ones,
Capital Radio. He's still on Capital Radio.
Yeah.
That he's got to do. So you know,
isn't it some of the big names though? It's Darius Dinesh tonight.
It's Darius and the Fat Boy.
And the Fat Guy,
the big thing that makes you...
No, I noticed in the Sun today is saying, vote for me because of my musical talent, not because I'm huge and you feel sorry for me.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think that's right. But he has got a great...
Darius, I noticed, he shaved his beard off.
He's a new man.
He looks slightly laughable, though. He's got quite a weak chin.
He's having a laugh.
Well,
he's dissing Darius for
I'm
his
not
looks.
claiming to be a pop star.
Well...
Oh, can you feel the love in the room?
Yeah, let's have a little song. No, but I'm looking forward to it. My favourite all the way through has been the little fella with the stutter. I'd like Darius to get...
Yeah, I think it's almost certain he's going to win. I don't think there's any excitement.
Or that Welsh girl, who was very good.
Oh, yeah.
The one that made Pete Waterman cry.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
She was good though, wasn't she?
Yeah, they're great. They're really good. But you know, it'd be nice to see Fatty get some
He's
recognition.
I mean, he's just a weird shape though. It turns my stomach, and I'm one to talk.
Steady on.
No, I know.
He's just, you know.
He's just doing his job.
It's, you know, glandular.
Yeah.
It's not as greed. But you know, he's got a good voice, and why not? We've
luck to him.
We've had Demis Roussos in the charts.
Yeah.
Alison Moyet.
There's not been a Fatty for a while, has there? Who's been a big star? I mean, Moyet may well have been the last one.
Jerry Watts, she sorted herself out after becoming famous. She was pretty big, wasn't she?
Who? Jerry Halliwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was never a bloater. Have you seen this bloke off Pop Idols?
Yeah.
It's like he's got 3 Jerry Halliwell strapped to his waist and then wearing a big coat over the top.
To smuggle them in.
Yeah, exactly.
To a no Halliwell zone.
I reckon I'll tell you what he's going to do. I reckon he's going to take it off, and it's just a big fat outfit, and it was like to prove, you know, the prejudice of the world.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
Hey?
And how come that little fella with the stutter doesn't stutter when he's singing? Hold on.
I noticed that's cleaned up, actually.
I bet she's not even Welsh.
Exactly. And apparently Darius is not a knob.
Dandy Warhols on XFM 104.9. About 20 past 2, the Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, he's still here.
The Christmas ads have come on, I noticed. They're on now. And I noticed, I was watching telly last night, and do you think that the advertising executive for Cadbury's Roses chocolates just comes in once a year and they go, what you got this year? And he goes, what about some workmen and some old ladies singing thank you very much, thank you very, very much, just shot in a street somewhere? Yeah, that'd be fine. It worked last year.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's been going like since I can remember. I've never seen another advert for Cadbury's Roses except that.
Exactly. Well, there's certain things that conjure up Christmas, like you got your turkey and all that, and you got your roses.
Yeah. Woolworths.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Woolworths.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Pizza.
Pizza. Woolworths. Drink driving. Oh dear! God, sorry, I forgot what I went in for.
What were we doing? We were doing something. Be careful. There's a lot of money involved here, Steve.
No, you can't.
Don't stitch me up.
Did you? I was reading the paper this week that Charlotte Church,
yeah,
you know, little kind of singing sensation. She's been slagging off the firemen who've been salvaging people and wreckage and stuff.
Been slagging them off.
Well, apparently, but I saw on the news. I saw on the news that she's apparently, and she claimed that she'd been misinterpreted.
Right.
But the Channel 5 News thought this was a big enough story to say that Charlotte Church had been saying that the September 11th tragedy had been blown out of proportion.
Right. That's different to slagging off the firemen.
No, but that's what they said. They said that she felt that they were being hailed as kind of heroes and they were just doing their job.
Right. Oh, well, that's a little bit stupid to say anyway, a little bit insensitive and, yeah.
But it's sort of, because it's like, did you read about...
Why do you care? Why does anyone care what she thinks about September 11th anyway? It's the same as those things like during a presidential election or when I'm elections, it's these things they picture. Billy Piper says, I've always voted Labour.
I know.
Who's going to go, hold on, H from Steps, he's a Conservative, hold on, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know if he is or not. I don't know.
Well, I know that...
that was just an example. I don't know what either of them vote, to be honest. All right, let's not get into it.
Yeah. I think Faye and Claire from Steps are both BNP members. I remember reading that somewhere.
That's not true.
I cannot be certain.
Untrue. He takes that back now.
I cannot be certain.
Right.
I think
that
is
definitely untrue.
I read it on the net and it's often wrong on the net.
Right. Definitely he's going to retract that now,
Definitely. Yeah, well, I'm saying it's almost certainly untrue. I read it on the net.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and those things are always untrue.
Okay. All right. He's dissed the net now.
Yeah.
You've dissed the net. I can't believe it.
Let's
dig ourselves out of this hole now.
Well, Blue, now I definitely can quote this because I read it in The Sun.
Yeah.
Blue were being interviewed by, Blue, the pop band Blue. All Rise. Have you bought that album yet, Rick? I imagine that would be on your Christmas list.
I like it. One for the money and the free ride. Yeah.
Anyway, Blue were being interviewed by The Sun for one of their web chats by the lovable Dominic Mohan.
Yeah.
And for some reason they got around to September 11th, and one of the members of Blue said, again, church-like, I think it's been blown out of all proportion. What about all the whales and elephants that are dying every day?
And the other band were going, shut up.
Yeah, it was brilliant. They gave a transcript of it going, shut up.
They had to do a retraction. He said, sorry, I didn't know. Oh.
Yeah, that was it. He said, obviously I'm very passionate about whales and elephants, and perhaps a bit misplaced. All the proceeds that I'll receive from our next single I'm going to give to the September 11th Foundation.
Yeah, and then he went, Can I give some to the whales? No, you've done it again.
You've done it again.
Don't worry about the whales.
But this is what I mean. It's why are people asking the members of Blue,
yeah,
or Atomic Kitten, what they think about September the 11th?
I know.
They should just be working in a chippy, those people. They're lucky to be on the telly. The Atomic Kitten girls, really, I mean, do they not look like they should be in a chip shop? Or just hanging around outside an offie drinking Diamond White cider?
They will be soon. They will be soon. Oh. Don't worry. Although Hearsay's new single, I've dissed Hearsay before, but they've come out with a little poppy thing. I think.
Can I surprise you, Rick? I prefer Liberty.
I prefer Liberty as well.
Yeah, a little bit funky, a little bit down with the kids.
Yeah. Anyway, XFM 104.9.
Once again, our opinions on current pop bands. If you'd like to have your...
Hold on, though.
Go on, shoot.
Isn't it about time for, a hip-hop track?
Have we got it? Can you dig it up?
Song for the Lovers would be good.
Song for the Lovers.
I'll do that now. The Song for the Lovers. Now, this is a beautiful song. It's by Simon & Garfunkel. It's only 1 minute 49 long. It's called April Come She Will. It's the song for the lovers.
Play it, Rick.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful little song.
See, I'd quite like to put out a compilation like Song for the Lovers, maybe, you know what I mean? But I'm worried, obviously the title's ironic, we're taking the mickey out of those things, but quite serious about all the songs we play.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm worried about people perceive it a bit like Simon Bates' R-Tune album or something.
Steve Wright's Sunday Love Songs.
Yeah. But lovely.
Song.
Yeah.
When you think that you listen to like some dance track, you buy it and it's like 5 minutes long, the same thing, repetitive beats.
Yeah.
And then you hear that 1.5 minutes, classic.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, have I made my point, Rick?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, the youngsters today.
If anyone knows what my point was there, please give us a call.
Phone in and he's made it well.
Yeah. Karl, what have you got lined up for us?
Some R.E.M.
I don't know about
Strokes on XFM 104.9. It's the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
The K-Man.
Well, it's time for the... Well, I think people wait for this now. I never knew, really, since I was doing the show, that I actually had a bit of a knack for film reviews.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because...
I discovered talent,
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably be asked soon by Brian Norman or Jonathan Ross to do something on that sort of thing, or maybe my own film. I don't know. TV or...
The clock's ticking, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, okay. This week I've chosen...
well, wait a minute, let's play the jingle.
Okay. The film review and that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go. This week I've chosen My Left Foot.
Right.
Okay. Now, My Left Foot is a film about a bloke called Daniel Day-Lewis, who's all mental except for his left foot, right? And he has arguments. I can't remember. He has arguments with his dad, so I wasn't watching it properly. But even though he's mental apart from the foot, he does stuff with the foot that we could do all over, and he uses that to his best. I think he might write a book or something off paint. And the moral of this story is, even if you've only got a foot that works, you can still win prizes because it won the Oscar.
Okay. Am I right in saying that you're bringing a book out of these collected, maybe for the Christmas market?
I think I might.
Yeah. I see there's obvious market
films
there.
Reviewed, sort of, what with it's a different outlook on it, isn't it?
A different approach.
I don't just sort of like stray.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an approach that doesn't really use grammar, which you don't see that often in film reviews. But no, once again, what would you give it out of 10?
I didn't really concentrate. I can't remember a lot about it, but it won an Oscar. So I think it won an Oscar or something. So 9.
Okay, jolly good. That was My Left Foot, which is probably available on sell-through video, maybe in a bargain bin. $5.99, probably on TV this Christmas. That's to be confirmed.
Eels, fresh feeding on XFM 104. It's going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
20 minutes to go. I think more of an up show. We've made some great hits and great songs today, haven't we? We've had some great features. A new feature. That film sounds good.
Looking forward to
that. That Run and Run.
Yep.
Song for the... If there's any record companies out there that want to put out a compilation of my songs for lovers, that's good. Anyone who wants me to do a film, any film you want.
Yeah, reviewed.
Reviewed, yeah. I would finish a sentence.
Yeah, no, ideally. Because otherwise it was anyone who wants me to do a film. Well, of course, being a top actor, you'd have probably appeared in a film.
Sure. Okay, yeah. And that...
Jolly good. Yeah,
okay.
Well, you're running out of steam, I can tell.
You're running out.
Yeah.
Go on.
Karl, have you seen it yet? I know you probably haven't, Rick. Cliff Richard's video for his new single.
Yep.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's bad, isn't it?
I saw it on Lorraine Kelly in the morning, Sky One. Great show. And and it's amazing. He's done a version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but he's combined that.
No.
He's combined that with what was it? It's Oh What a Wonderful World.
I wasn't really listening. I was looking at the pictures and I couldn't believe
it's What a Wonderful World and combined with Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
So
right?
he's done
two classic songs, two songs that have been done definitively by artists in the past. He's tried to combine them with a kind of Yamaha keyboard sound in the background.
What was his last year's one? It was Lord's Prayer with Over the Old Lang Syne.
He's just obsessed with combining two songs. Like, they're not good enough as they are. People get bored. We better combine them.
Yeah.
It's like a mega mix, like a Cliff mega mix. Only right, the video is unbelievable. It's him flying through. It's all kind of sort of 2D animation, kind of almost sort of a collage of buildings and high-rise flats and that. Kids see him floating by. Yeah. They wave. They point to each other. They can't believe they're like, there goes Sir Cliff.
They're going, who's that?
Exactly.
He was around in the 50s.
And he's got a little one-dimensional Cliff with a kind of angelic glow flying through the sky. Just bringing happiness to people as he sings.
Oh, he does.
His real face kind of every so often kind of appearing and kind
I
of
wonder where his real face is.
And it's one of the worst songs and one of the worst videos I've ever seen. I mean, I know people slag off Cliff and it's an easy target, but he actually deserves it because he's shameful.
Yeah,
he's embarrassing.
So, yeah.
He's embarrassing.
I mean,
and he's arrogant.
Well, everything's a disguised boast. I mean, I liked Devil Woman. I liked Miss Unites. I liked Wired for Sound, and I like tall speakers and small speakers. I like all sizes of speakers. You know that. You'll vouch for me on that. Yeah. And he sang about it, which is good. And I'm often Wired for Sound, right? Carrie doesn't live here anymore. Where's she gone? She's just another message on a payphone wall. It's a story. But lately, I haven't had a lot of time for him.
Awful.
I remember he was on something on one chat show, and I think it was Des or Michael Asper or something. And I said, so you've had something? He said, yeah. He said, well, everyone knows that Elvis sold more records after his death than when he was alive. Little dig there against Elvis. He goes, well, I've just overtaken his record for sales in the UK. Right, so he sets up that Elvis is only selling because he's dead.
Yeah.
And anyway, I've still beaten him in the UK. And I just think, yeah. And where'd you get the quiff from and the way to sing? Where'd you get that from, Cliff? Where did you think of that?
But it's those people he's just desperate for the credibility that he's never going to have.
I like it when he went round last year going, they're not playing my record, they're not playing my record, they're not playing. Oh, go on, play it. Number one.
Yeah.
Fooled you.
It was number one, the Millennium Prayer.
I know. Yeah. Well, it was. It was the Millennium, wasn't it?
It was, but I don't know who's buying it. I mean, I know you seem to claim it's some kind of like 60-year-old women, but they're not.
Yeah,
are they really a commercial force now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Karl seems to know that.
Well, like when you're born, you're a little baby, wrinkly and stuff. When you get older, you sort of morph into a baby again, and you go through the same phases. So when you're young, you buy singles. You get old, you got nothing to do all day. You got all your pension money. What will I buy? Cliff Richard's on the telly. Here's my video. Buy me song.
You see, that started off as quite a sensible point because I actually think they do it. But what was all that alien stuff about when you're born, you go wrinkly and you go wrinkly again? So sometimes you mix like normal things that human beings say with I don't know what.
Well, look, when you're a baby, you've got a little bald head, no teeth. You get old. What happens?
Are you a philosopher? Are you an official philosopher? Because, I mean, it sounds like it. Oh, Karl, play a record. You're a gem. You're a diamond.
XFM 104.9. Good to hear the Happy Mondays again. We're nearly through.
We are indeed.
We've had a little bit of chat. We've had a few laughs. We've had a few tears.
We have indeed.
We've introduced a new feature.
Looking forward to that next week.
Yeah, so soon it's just going to be wall-to-wall features, isn't it? It's going to be,
Well, I had an idea for a feature which you didn't seem to like, which was something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
You want to explain it? And
something old, an old song. Something new, a new song.
Yeah.
Something borrowed, a cover version.
Yeah.
And something blue, just a melancholy and beautiful song.
Right, okay, but does it have to be all four, or can it be anyone?
No, it's all four. You can play that over the course of the show. Or maybe just have 4 songs in a row, and that's that section. So like a feature would be like this is either an old song or like a new song. Yeah,
that's good. I think we've done that a few times.
No, it's not. We've not covered that. Well, what's the difference? I'm playing a song from a film. Just because you give it a title, it's just a song from a film. You could play that anyway, couldn't you?
Brilliant.
It's all nonsense.
You've seen. Cheers, Karl.
Brilliant.
Yeah, my ideas are good, aren't they? Because they're not only sort of accessible, but there's a little bit of depth there.
I think it's fair enough to let him have his little feature at the end of the show, though. Just, you know what I mean? Keep him happy, this song for the lovers.
Excellent. Well, but that's not till after song 2 by Blur.
I remember the days when Karl didn't even want to be on the air. I remember the days when he was told by the establishment that he wasn't allowed to talk on the air. And now it's like as far as he's concerned, he's a third member of the team.
He's protected by me.
Right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Song 2 by Blur. We're running out of time. It's 5-2. Just got time for Steve's song for the ladies.
Wedding present, Rick, from the album Saturnali, I think it's pronounced like that, and it's track 3, Dream World, a song
Looking forward
for
to
the
it.
ladies.
Goodbye.